Hello again, Legends fans, and welcome back to CSM Baseball Field here in San Mateo, California, as we have some Wednesday night baseball for you here in the California Collegiate League, as the San Francisco Seagulls and the Menlo Park Legends will be squaring off to wrap up this two-game midweek series here in San Mateo on the peninsula. Hello again, everybody. It's Philip Hall on the call. Happy to be back with you after a 24-hour break after last night's Legends wins, as they were able to get the win last night against the Seagulls, 6-3, going 2-1 against them in the season series now. The victory was fueled by a strong six-inning pitching performance by Diego Menjivar, who will get his second win on the season. Menjivar also announced his commitment to play at Bradley University of the Missouri Valley Conference this spring on the air with us. Not too much production was needed by the Legends hitters, but they would total for 6 hits and score 6 runs. But TJ Smallsley finished with the game high of 2 runs scored, going 1 for 3 with a triple. And Dane Most would drive in 2 RBIs with a double and reach base 4 times in each plate appearance. Menlo Park looks to get the 2-game series win tonight against the Seagulls in this one. For the Seagulls, they are trying to get back on the winning track here after dropping last night's game, where now they sit at 4-13 on the season now as they look to bounce back tonight, as they have 2 more games against Menlo Park for the remainder of the week. Aside from the low run output, Miles Collinger went 2 for 2 with a stolen base run scored last night, while Carson Chavez went 2 for 4. The Seagulls will look to turn it around against the Legends, as both teams have now become awfully familiar with each other over these last 2 weeks. We're about to get underway here, as give you the lineup for the Seagulls, as Alan Ramirez steps in to lead off. Miles Collinger playing left field, bats second. Jake Brewer playing third base tonight, batting third. Derek Waldvogel playing right field, batting cleanup. Ethan Johnson at catcher, batting fifth. And Mac Gavilan in center field, batting sixth. Nav Sundar at first base tonight, batting seventh. Tate Lewis, the designated hitter, in the eighth spot. And Thomas Marr back at shortstop, rounds up the order, batting ninth. And Ray Hernandez getting the ball. Sway Ray, as we like to call him. Definitely glad to see him back on the mound after he had some strong performances recently in the last few weeks. Ray Hernandez, as we all know, strong pitcher from Utah Valley, continues to be the ace of the staff, currently holding onto a whip under 1. Looked like before the game we also had Hernandez's family here, as this will be, well, from what we think, this could possibly be the final game for Ray Hernandez in a Legends uniform this summer, as we were informed by one of his teammates here. When I say teammates, that was Diego Menjivar, who's going to be our PA guy tonight. So hopefully Ray Hernandez can pitch a good one in his final start here with the Legends. Now is a full count on Ramirez. The payoff is popped up out of play, so count will remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Umpires for tonight behind home plate is David Lee. Over at first base is Harold de Guzman, and at third base is Alex Dickerson tonight. Hernandez coming back with the payoff. Ramirez seeing that one way foul down the left field line as it gets over the Seagulls bullpen down there. Hernandez in a battle against one of the top hitters in the Seagulls lineup here. Here he comes again with the payoff, rocking and firing. Ramirez sending a high fly ball out to left. Quincy Villa, who's playing left field tonight, will camp under it to make the catch for out number 1 to start the ball game. Give you the defensive alignment for the Legends, as we'll start in the outfield. Villa playing left, Gavin Shaddix in center field tonight. Isaiah Landry back in the lineup playing right field. In the third base spot, Will Anderson at first, Deuce Filter at second, James Bose at third, Tucker Beal playing shortstop, and Will Robbins is behind the plate in the squat. Here comes Miles Collinger, taking that one low in the dirt for ball 1. Collinger last night went 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a stolen base, and came around and scored 1 time. That's the one thing that the Seagulls are going to have to turn around coming back into tonight, trying to knock around Hernandez. At least that will be the goal for him. But Ray Hernandez, as we all know, he has been wheeling and dealing on the pitcher's mound this summer in the the 2 starts that he's had over these past couple of weeks. Puts in a strike. Miles Collinger, count goes to 2-1 strike. And this is the 2-1. Beautiful pitch that time. Went off speed. Had Collinger swinging and missing at it. Two hit on the ground to Beal. Beal playing, motioning to the left, will be able to make a nice throw over to Anderson at first for out number 2. Notice if you're hearing the stadium sounds at home, that's because Diego Menjivar has a curated playlist of stadium sounds that he's provided for us on the loudspeaker. Nice touch to have here. And one of the cool things about summer ball, guys on their off days, they get a chance to try to have a little fun. Of course, that's what baseball's all about at the end of the day. You're having fun, folks. Here comes Jake Brewer stepping in now for the Seagulls. And is able to get a strike in there. Hernandez not one to light up the radar gun, but he has great control and good command of his pitches. The fastball runs high and in. Swing and a miss. Ray Hernandez now has 2 strikes on Brewer. So that was a rough night for Jake Brewer last night as he went 0 for 3 of a strikeout. Hernandez with the 2-2. Let's hit hard. Right back up the middle, but playing too far to the right was Filter. Too far to the left, depending on where you're looking. Nonetheless, it's going to be a base hit for Jake Brewer as he'll continue the inning. After coming in as a pinch hitter last night, Derek Waldvogel is in the starting lineup tonight. He'll be playing in right field. There's Waldvogel. He's from San Mateo, but goes to college at Skyline. JUCO just up the road in San Bruno. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Hernandez. Even also known that we have a big representation of Sarah High School graduates. Derek Waldvogel is also on that list of Sarah High School graduates. Hernandez keeping a close eye on Brewer over there at first. Lures home the 0-1, fouled right off the mask on Robbins. Looked like he hardly flinched at it, though. Still, umpire David Lee going to give him a second to try to shake it off. Coming into tonight, this is game number 2 of 3 that the Seagulls and the Legends will have between each other this week. Hard hit over to short, but firmly grasped by Beal, tossing over to second to retire the side. No runs on 1 hit for the Seagulls in the first inning, so they get a goose egg on the board in the top half tonight after getting one run across the top half last night. It'll be the Legends' turn to hit as they will get their first ups going to the bottom of the first. As you're tuned in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Here in the bottom of the first, as the Legends will get their first ups after Ray Hernandez put together a clean inning, only leaving one runner on. But here's the starting lineup for the Legends. They'll go like this, as batting first will be Gavin Shaddix, Quincy Villa in the second spot, so you got speed at the top of the order. James Bose batting third, Will Anderson in the cleanup spot. Dane Most, the designated hitter tonight, batting fifth. Isaiah Landry back in the lineup, batting sixth. Will Robbins batting seventh, Deuce Filter batting eighth, and Tucker Beal will be batting ninth. And getting the ball for the Seagulls tonight will be Max McGrady. Max McGrady, an incoming junior who just finished up his JUCO career at Santa Barbara City College. The thing is, he's not from the West Coast, however, playing at a JUCO here in California. He's actually from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, so a bit of a far cry from any junior colleges that are out there, as McGrady making the long haul from the Keystone State all the way over here to the Golden State to play some JUCO ball. Shaddix found one off the knob close by. Swings and hits that one out to center field. Was going to be caught out there by Gavilan for out number one here in the bottom of the first. Here the defensive assignment for the Seagulls. Starting in the outfield, Collinger back in left field, Gavilan in center field, Waldvogel playing right. Jake Brewer over at third base, Nav Sundar at first base. Also, Alan Ramirez coming into play second base tonight. Thomas Marr at shortstop, and playing catcher is Ethan Johnson. Quincy Villa taking a look at that one for ball one. Max McGrady showing good location with the fastball there. Plus one in, count as that 1 ball and 1 strike. Thing about McGrady, however, he gets the fastball up to 88. Throws a curve and a change as well. In the mid-70s, as Quincy Villa hitting that one down the left field line. It's going to be a fair ball. Makes a wide turn over at first, but will hold up. Quincy Villa able to be on base with a single. All right, to see if he can spark the Legends offense early on. Now James Bose is going to step in here. First, James Bose announcing his commitment to play at Santa Clara after spending a month in the transfer portal. There goes Villa taking off her second. The throw is way off by Johnson. Gets away, but Villa is not going to try to make a move to try to go for third, however. But the stolen base will still account for him as he continues to be one of the front runners in stolen bases in the California Collegiate League. Might be trying to chase down a record as well for the league. As we all know, Quincy Villa broke the record for Marymount, and there he goes again, stealing third, but it's going to be a wild pitch. Quincy Villa showing some strong aggression on the base paths here, kind of getting in Max McGrady's head a little bit. That makes the job easier for James Bose. We're coming up with some nicknames for him, and for those that know Bose, the speaker company, we think Noisy Boy is a good one for him because he's been making a lot of noise this summer so far. It's a ground ball hit over Lamar. He gets to out at first, but Villa providing a productive RBI for James Bose to get the Legends on the board first here in the bottom of the first, 1-0. That brings up Will Anderson. Bases are empty. The Legends do have a run up. Max McGrady trying to battle back here as Anderson hitting another ground ball over to Marr. Marr's going to be staying busy tonight as he makes another throw on the first to end the inning. But one run on one hit for the Legends as they're able to draw first blood here in San Mateo as we'll move over to the top of the second. 1-0, Menlo Park in front. Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today. It's the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kips Sports Cards, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kips in downtown Los Altos and tell them the Legend sent you. A 1-0, Legends able to get a run in the bottom half of the first as here comes Ethan Johnson, who will lead things off for San Francisco. Ray Hernandez is back out there on the mound, rocking and firing. There's Ethan Johnson, a Missouri commit. Last night he was playing first base. He did go 1 for 4 with an RBI. Ethan Johnson can kind of play a little bit of everywhere. He's more of like a semi-utility player, if you ask me. More like a three-way guy in a way, where sometimes you'll see him at first base, sometimes you'll see him at catcher, and sometimes he's even out there on the mound like he did last Thursday, where he pitched late in the game when the Legends hit the walk-off, as he's going to hit that one out to right, and Isaiah Landry's going to look at this one, and that one's going to land in the trees for a home run. Ethan Johnson with a solo shot to lead off the inning, so that evens up the score 1-1. And that's some SEC power for you right there, folks. Ethan Johnson taking that pitch from Hernandez out to right. That's only the second home run all year hit by the Seagulls. Ethan Johnson being the guy to add to it. Tate Lewis hit the first home run for the Seagulls here last week. Ray Hernandez is going to have the battle back here against Mac Gavilan. That was a first pitch strike. And that's a rare sighting for Ray Hernandez. He's not one to give up the long ball that much. Ground ball hit over to short. Tucker Beal playing in on it, but the throw is way off as Will Anderson had to hop off the bag to keep it from going to the dugout. Matt Gavilan will reach on a wild throw by Beal. Nav Sundar will come up. Ray Hernandez is going to have to battle back here. Runner's going to take off. Robbins, good throw down to second, and see if they make the if he made the tag on there. Actually, looked like Gavilan slid in a little bit too hard, where the base came off his bearings. And so we got a field malfunction here. As you can see, they're having to get the base off. You can see Will Anderson walking the base over to Nick Sanzeri. Trying to show him that it looked like we're looking at right now, it looks like one of the flaps kind of came off. And the call was safe for Matt Gavilan at second, so he will remain there. Yeah, so they're going to grab a new base from the shed. Yeah, it was a good effort there by Will Robbins behind the plate trying to get the throw, but just a little bit late. Yeah, during the 12 games that Ray Hernandez pitched at Utah Valley this season, he didn't give up the long ball. The furthest thing that he gave up to being an extra base hit was only the 7 doubles. That was in 22 innings pitched for the Wolverines. The count's 0-1 on Nav Sundar. Return back to play. So we had a field malfunction with the base. Ray Hernandez getting a ball in there. Count is at 1-1. And we're taking a big secondary over at second. Good stop there by Filter to get the ground ball and get the out at first. But that will advance Gavilan over to third. Here comes Tate Lewis now with the go-ahead run for the Seagulls over at third base. You're going to see James Bose playing in close to the edge of the infield grass. Will Anderson going to do the same. The first pitch strike from Hernandez. Oh, 1 hit out to right field. Looking shallow, but it's going to bounce fair just left of the baseline. Landry picks it up, grabs it, throwing on to second, and they're going to get the out there. Tucker Beal, like he's limping a little bit as Lewis might have slid into him a little bit too hard right when he put the tag on him. But it's going to be enough to score Gavilan from third as the Seagulls now have the lead on the RBI from Tate Lewis. Yeah, Tucker Beal looks to be fine. He's going to stay on here. Nobody's going to try to come out and check for him. Nick Sanzeri did come out for a little bit, but Tucker Beal is going to stay in the game. But with nobody on, that's going to bring up the 9-hitter in Thomas Marr. And is missing ball one. Here comes the 1-0. There's a strike there. Gets jammed. Ground ball over to Beal. He makes a nice play there. I think the foot's doing just fine for him. So that's going to end the inning. But the Seagulls do put up two in the top half of the second on a home run solo shot by Ethan Johnson and an RBI single from Tate Lewis to give San Francisco a 2-1 lead, as we'll now go to the bottom of the second here in San Mateo. Want to follow all things Legends? Check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends baseball. Follow us on Instagram as well. Catch all the action at Legends_Collegiate and get a behind-the-scenes look at our legendary youth camp program at Legends Baseball Camps, all one word. Dane Most, Isaiah Landry, and Will Robbins will be due up this inning, as the Seagulls now have the lead 2-1 after a solo home run from Ethan Johnson and an RBI single from Tate Lewis. It's Max McGrady now back out there. See, he delivers a breaking pitch that just runs a little bit too far in for ball two. At about a 5:03 start here tonight. 67 degrees at first pitch. Yeah, so the count now 3-0 for Dean Most. See if he gets the green light to swing away. Isaiah Landry waiting on deck. 3-0 for McGrady. That one missed high for ball four. Here's Isaiah Landry. Going to step in here with Dane Most taking a bit of a shallow lead over at first base. McGrady delivering a first pitch strike with the fastball. So Isaiah Landry, he had the night off last night, and if anybody that keeps up with the Legends on Instagram, he was the one that took that video of Will Anderson that went viral this morning. Much credit to him. Well, that one just at the knees. Landry and the rest of the Legends dugout disagreeing with the strike call there. Count goes to 0-2. Landry kind of pokes at it, sends out the shallow right, but coming in, making a diving catch is Waldvogel. Stain Most will have to get back to first. There's one away.
Now batting number 24, Will Robbins.
It's a good play there in right field by Waldvogel. And now it's going to be up to Will Robbins, who will be getting his first at-bat of the game. Man, that pitch is just nasty as kind of starts a little bit outside, but then just drops off the table. Robbins with good eyes there. Swings and fouls it off just barely. Count goes to 1-1. A little bit more about Max McGrady. McGrady logged 24 relief outings, only having one start over 2 seasons at Santa Barbara City, working 45 innings with a 4.2 record, a 4.60 ERA, and a 1.49 whip. He has yet to announce his commitment anywhere else, as Robbins saying that one to left was going to be caught out there by Collinger for out number 2. Now the ball is jumping a little bit here, San Mateo. There comes Deuce Filter, who actually had a number change early on. We usually see him wearing 34, but tonight he's wearing 88. Filter swinging hard, but swinging and missing at that one for strike 1. And Ryan Davis and his squad coming back here to San Mateo tonight. See if they could steal a win on the home field against the Legends, as the Legends trying to go for their 5th straight home win. The home cooking has been smelling good and has been tasting good for them so far this month. Here's the 0-2 to Filter. Filter just fighting that one off, but he's going to be fouled off down the first baseline. I think his bat broke in the process, so it looks like he may have to grab a new piece of lumber. But he's going to trade with Beal. Tucker Beal, who's waiting on deck. He's going to grab a new bat himself. He's actually going to let Deuce Filter finish his at bat with his bat. It's time called at the plate by Filter. It's going to take off. And it's actually going to hit Filter, kind of barely nicked him on the shoulder there as he turned his back, but the curveball was curving that time. Now it's going to be runners at first and second, 2 out. Ryan Davis coming out and talking with David Lee. And yeah, now the umpires are going to conjoin to discuss what they saw. Have to get a second opinion, also a third opinion. Oh, Tucker Beal is going to be the next hitter. It's coming in to tonight, give you an update on how the California Collegiate League standings are looking. You know, the Santa Barbara Foresters, who are the number 1 team in the CCL South, so they were also the number 1 team in this week's power rankings in the California Collegiate League, as they have a game-and-a-half lead on the Caneo Oaks. And the CCL North, now the Alameda Merchants have sole possession of first place over the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Merchants on a 2-game win streak. That pitch gets away. That's going to go all the way to the backstop. So Max McGrady lets one go away, not in his favor. That's going to advance Most over to third and filter to second for Tucker Beal, as he now has 2 guys in scoring position. See if he could get one out there. Try to tie the game up or get the Legends back in front. Here's the 1-0. Beal with a hard swing, but fouls it. It went all the way over to the football field right next to us. Oh, Beal, who's going to be a future Akron Zip. Try to see if he could do a job. That pitch is low. Good stop there by Johnson. Count's going to go to 2-1. Right now, only 4 teams in the CCL North are playing over 500. As Beal hits that one out to right center, as Waldvogel was going to have to play this one off the wall. Most comes in the score. Coming behind him is Filter. Beal is going to turn at second, try to go for third, and he's going to get in there with a head-first slide as he clears the bases with a 2 RBI triple to put the Legends back in front. Now 3-2. Tucker Beal always coming to the ballpark with a pep in his step and maybe a little extra bleach in the hair, as he's keeping that bat hot and keeping it going for the Legends here. That's going to put us back to the top of the order. Gavin Shaddix, see if he can try to continue the 2-out rally for the Legends. Grady throwing a good pitch there that time to Shaddix, as Shaddix's first time up in this game, he flew out to center field. He's going to miss low in the dirt. A big spot here for Shaddix. And he hasn't really been seeing much action so far this summer. So every at-bat really counts for him. And chop that one back to the mound. McGrady with an underhand toss to first, able to get the out. But that doesn't come without the Legends getting the lead back on a 2 RBI triple from Tucker Beal, as he was able to knock a nice one out there in the right center. So it's now a 3-2 ball game. We're going to the third frame here in San Mateo as you're tuning in to Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Ray Hernandez now has a lead back as Tucker Beal able to deliver with a 2 RBI triple in the bottom half of the second. We're now in the top of the third. 3-2, Menlo Park in front of the Seagulls. I have Alan Ramirez stepping in to lead off. On a beautiful pitch there by Hernandez. Breaking ball that just drops in for a strike. That one lifts up just a little bit. One swung on a miss by Ramirez. Now Hernandez has him down in the count here. 1-2 fouled off at the plate. There's more life for Ramirez in this one. Oh, swing and a miss. Nasty stuff there by Hernandez to get him for strike 3, out number 1. And that's the first K on the night that Hernandez has had. Now Miles Collinger is going to come up to the plate here. And one fun fact to learn about Ray Hernandez, and this is actually coming from what Ray Hernandez's mom, Majay, told me. As for Ray Hernandez, his grandmother Sadie and grandfather John lived just a little bit south out the bay, just a little bit past Gilroy in the town of Hollister, as they both have now passed on, and Ray never had a chance to meet his grandpa because he passed years before he was born. But there's a small park in Hollister named after his grandpa, named the John Hernandez Memorial Park. But it's a great fun fact to know, and I'm sure Ray Hernandez's grandparents are looking down on him now, just knowing how proud they must be of the accomplishments that he's had in his baseball career and just, the young man that he's become. So definitely thank you to Ray Hernandez's mother for sharing that information with me, and I promised her that I would share that on the call. So keep that in mind, and take a visit to the John Hernandez Memorial Park if you're ever passing through Hollister. Counts now 2-2 on Collinger. See if Hernandez can get back-to-back Ks here. There's a 2-2. One's missed outside. It's ball 3, so count runs full. Collinger grounded out to shortstop back in the first inning. Here's Hernandez with the payoff. That one swung on, popped up a foul. It's going to go out of play. He's going to watch out as the College of San Mateo football team right next to us are having their summer workouts, and there's some guys waiting over by the shed. A lot of activity happening on the campus here of CSM. Hernandez missing with that one. Bounces in the dirt for ball 4, so Collinger will reach base on the base on balls.
Hey, I just wanted to say that's my dad's park. My dad's park.
There's Jake Brewer, who singled back in the first inning. Come back up for the second time as now the Legends infield will set up for the double play attempt. See if Hernandez can put one on the ground here. Solid pitch there by Hernandez, hits the corner. Hernandez with a quick throw back to first to check on Collinger. Runner takes off. Robbins with a good throw down to second, but it gets away. Going to roll out to center field as that allows Collinger to advance over to third. Oh, Robbins having a chance to get another guy caught stealing, but backfired once again. Now we're in a similar position here, where the Seagulls now have a runner at third base. That's the tying run. Jake Brewer with the count, 1-1 on him. Fouls that one off straight back to the net. The 1-2. And Brewer thought about it, but had some good eyes there. Lets that one go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The infield playing back, except for the corner infield. Bo's playing close to the edge. So is Anderson at first. The bouncer over to Beal. He's going to play it and just get the 1 out at first. It's going to be enough for Collinger to come in to tie the game up. Now 3-3. So it was a productive at bat and a productive RBI. Once again by the Seagulls, this time coming by way of Jake Brewer. Here's Derek Waldvogel. Base is now empty. There's a breaking pitch that just dives in there from Hernandez for strike 1. Waldvogel was the one that ended the first inning in the last out. There's a beautiful pitch there on the slider there by Hernandez. 0-2 chopped over to third, stays fair. Grabbed by Bose on across the diamond over to first in time to end the inning. Well, the Seagulls put 1 up. They get that run back to tie the game up. It's now 3-3 as they did it without no hits. So we're going to go to the bottom half of the third. Tie ball game here in San Mateo. It's bottom of the third as the Seagulls were able to put 1 up back in the top half, retying the game 3-3. Or maybe not so much retying it, but tying the game up now here. Quincy Villa going to lead off the inning. Takes a first pitch strike. Villa hit a single and came around to score that first run back in the first inning. One thing to learn about Quincy Villa, not only is he a leader on the field, but he's also a leader off the field. He's been involved in some of the NCAA Leadership Fellowship conferences. He attended one of those sometime last year. He's going to fly out to center field, or out number one. That's going to bring back up noisy boy, James Bose. He delivered with a RBI ground out in the first inning. That was that ground out that helped Villa score. I'll look to try to do more. And again, if you're not following the Legends on social media, don't know what you're doing with your life, because there's a cool edit of James Bose on there that you definitely need to check out. It's great work by our social media team. Count is now even 1-1. McGrady kind of missed a little bit inside that time. Well, the 1-1 missed way out, goes to the backstop, and McGrady stumbling there on the mound. Seems to be okay, however. McGrady going to reset here. Normally pitches out the stretch. On Bose, sends a high drive out to left field. It's going to go up, and it's just going to miss from getting out as it gets off the wall. But Bose will go into second with a one-out double. Man, he put some zing on that hit there, but just couldn't get it out enough. And, folks, that pitch was 100 miles per hour off the bat, and it still wasn't enough. And we mentioned how sometimes the ball doesn't really fly that well here in San Mateo at this field, even with the high elevation. But we do try to hope we get some wind off the bay. But there's a lack of that here tonight. So Bose will have to settle for the double. It'll be enough for Will Anderson. So even though he's not going to go fall for flow tonight, he can still try to get a hit in this AB here, try to get the Legends back in front. So he grounded out to the shortstop in his last AB. This is with the 2-0 pitch. McGrady falling behind in the count here to a still very dangerous hitter. There goes Ethan Johnson. He's going to walk out to the mound, try to talk with his pitcher, try to get some confidence back in him. Seagulls bullpen is silent at the moment. No action happened over there, and the Legends bullpen is looking like a ghost town. Nobody over there. Give you time to get you the out-of-town scoreboard across the CCL tonight, as the Riptide and the Barons are going to be set to start off later. Foresters are at the San Luis Obispo Blues tonight. Crawdads are at the Stompers in Sonoma. And then you also have the Saints and the Oaks, where the Oaks are up 5-0 on them. There's your out-of-town scoreboard report in the California Collegiate League tonight. Anderson with the count 2-0 on him. Still wait for the pitch from McGrady. Anderson rolling over that one down the first baseline. It's going to be played by Sundar. He'll toss it over to McGrady, who comes over to cover. That's going to be enough to advance Bose over to third. There goes Dane Most. He walked in his last plate appearance in the second. See if he could try to get Bose home here. See if the Most Bose connection can take place. Takes the first pitch, ball outside. 1-0 is rolled over hard, but goes foul. Most came around the score after reaching base on balls thanks to that 2 RBI triple that Tucker Beal hit. He's missed out. Count of 2-1. Oh, and that breaking pitch started way out but came back in. Man, McGrady has been doing a good job at keeping the Legends hitters off balance with that, but needs to put it in the strike zone. So the count is now 3-1 for Most. Another pitch runs inside, but too far in. That's going to give Most a free pass. So that's the second time that Most has reached base on a walk so far tonight. See Ryan Davis coming out for a mound visit. So Isaiah Landry will come up with 2 outs and the runners at the corners. There's nobody warming up in the Seagulls bullpen at the moment. This might just be a confidence pep talk mound visit. Ever for the Legends, they'll have a day off tomorrow and get ready for a Friday night matchup against the Stompers, as they will see them once again up in Sonoma before they come back home on Saturday to play the Seagulls once again. Bit of an odd schedule pairing where you got a day off, an away game on the road, or an away game against a division rival, then you come back home to play another division rival after seeing them for 2 games in the middle of the week. But that's just how the California Collegiate League works sometimes. Isaiah Landry still hit that one out to right field, and this one's going to tie the ball game up. Or actually, it was going to give the Legends the lead as James Bose will come in the score on the RBI single hit by Isaiah Landry to make it 4-3. Isaiah Landry able to come through and do a job. Get the Legends back in front. There's Will Robbins now. See if he can try to extend this 1-run lead for Menlo Park. Max McGrady kind of getting knocked around a little bit, so now that causes an arm to get up in the San Francisco bullpen. Grady missing with the 1-0. Oh, that one just a little bit outside by McGrady, the fastball. Robbins rolling over that one over the third. Brewer's going to pick it and step on the bag to end the inning. Only 1 run on 2 hits for the Legends as Isaiah Landry delivers to get them back in front 4-3. So it's looking like a seesaw game here tonight in San Mateo as we will go to the top of the 4th. So you're tuning in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today. It's the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kip Sports Cards, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kip's in downtown Los Altos and tell them the Legends sent you. Here comes Ethan Johnson to lead off the top of the fourth. The Legends were able to get a run back and get the lead back thanks to Isaiah Landry's RBI single. Ethan Johnson with the solo home run back in the second inning. That was the home run that tied the game up. Ray Hernandez still trying to hold steady as we're going to get time called here by Ethan Johnson as Hernandez was just about to go into his motion. So we'll have to reset here. Here's the 2-0. Big swing and a miss on the curveball from Hernandez. There's 2-1. Oh, and misses low. Count now goes to 3-1 for Johnson. And Ethan Johnson coming to this week, he's the team leader in RBIs for the Seagulls. He now has 9 on the year with that home run that he hit. That one misses low for ball 4. So Ethan Johnson not going to do much there in that plate appearance. So now Matt Gavlin going to step in here as he drove in, or in second out, he just reached base on an error and came around to score the run. He was that run that came around to score on the Tate Lewis single back in the second. That one's hit hard right back up the middle. Hernandez had to lean back out of the way of that one. Matt Gavlin getting on for a single this time. Now the Seagulls are in business with runners at first and second. Still nobody out. There's Nav Sundar. Bose and Anderson both playing at the edge of the infield grass. Hard pitch, a strike. That touches the mid-80s, come out the hands of Hernandez. One, good pitch there by Sway Ray. Count goes to 1-2. The Sundar going to have to protect here with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing and a miss as Ray Hernandez gets Sundar to chase. There's the first out of the inning. The Legends trying to get back to 500 after tonight. They come up with a 7-8 record, and they are 5-5 in their last 10 games. There comes Lewis, who hit the go-ahead RBI single in his last plate appearance. Lewis, usually a catcher, he's the designated hitter tonight. Last Thursday, he hit the first home run of the season for the Seagulls here in San Mateo. Hernandez taking a double take at second. Misses with the 1-0. Count now goes to 2-0. Yeah, if you're just tuning into this broadcast, want to alert the Ray Hernandez fan club that this is actually going to be Ray Hernandez's final start with the Legends on the summer, as he will be heading back to Utah to get some early rest before he gets ready for fall ball. St. Louis sending a fly ball to right center. Landry's going to play it here. He makes a catch, but tagging from second is Johnson, and he will scurry on over. That was going to be ruled a sac fly by Lewis, 2 away. That puts the runners at the corners. Here's Thomas Marr, who grounded out to his opposing shortstop in Tucker Beal last time he was up. Marr in a position to possibly tie the game up. A half swing, but fouled it just in front of the Legends dugout. It's been one of those seesaw games that you tend to come across now and then. It's going to take off for second. Robbins going to fake it. He's just going to give Mac Gavlin the base there. So that's the third stolen base on the night for the Seagulls. There's a strike. Now count at 1-2. Hernandez in the big spot here, trying to prevent those runs coming in to score. Needs to get Marr here on the strikeout. Here comes the 1-2. It's a good waste pitch there. Try to see if he could get Marr chasing. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it's a deuces wild situation with 2 men on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes at the plate. Hernandez out the windup and delivers. Was hit hard down the first baseline. So a count will remain at 2-2. Marr on the season only has 1 RBI to his name. This is only his 9th game played. 2-2 pitch just misses the corner, so the count now goes full. Thomas Marr saw a lot of action on defense, but he's trying to get some action going here on offense. Big pitch coming up. And this with a deep breath. He'll deliver the payoff. On is lifted to right. Going to be playable for Landry. He comes in and makes the catch to get out of the jam. Well, no runs and 1 hit, 2 men left on in the top half of the 4th, as we will now go to the bottom half. Legends hold the lead 4-3 here in San Mateo. So Max McGrady going to have a short night tonight as he only went 3 innings, as he'll be relieved for Sebastian Bowler, who now comes into the game, an incoming sophomore, getting ready to play another year with West Valley College, a big-time powerhouse in the JUCO ranks here in California, as they were the runner-ups in the 3C 2A championship, losing to Mount San Antonio in the title game. He's going to see Deuce Filter, who will be his first opponent coming out the bullpen, as the Legends holding a 4-3 lead here tonight in San Mateo, trying to go for their second straight win against the Seagulls. He misses with the fastball inside for ball 1, the Filter. This Filter reached on a hit by pitch his last time up. Fouled that one. Looked like he fouled off at home plate. Remind folks, if you want to check out all things Legends, check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news, articles, and more. Also, make sure to follow our social media at Legends_collegiate on Instagram and at Legends Baseball Camps, all one word, to keep up to date on our youth programs and camps. Count is now 1-2 on Filter. On a nice breaking pitch there. It looked like it was a sweeper from Buller. Count, however, goes to 2-2. Just couldn't nick the corner close enough. Filter hitting it hard, but caught on a line at short by Marr.
Now batting number 7, Tucker, the kid from Akron, Beal.
There goes Tucker Beal. He had a 2 RBI triple his last time up. Usually Beal, who bats at the top of the order, he's hitting in the 9 hole tonight, as we know by now, Nick Senzeri likes to mix up the orders. There's a nice play at first by Sundar, backhanding it, going to the knees, and getting over to the bag to get Beal out.
And across the plate, number 1, Gavin, Lone Ranger, Shaddix.
There's Gavin Shaddix. He's 0 for 2 so far on the night. He's going to get his third at bat. Taking ball 1 low and inside. Going to foul that one off over in the third base coaching box. Lucas Townsend coaching third, making a nice play himself. One fouled again by Shaddix. It's down the count here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. About just over an hour played here tonight on the peninsula. Game going by pretty quick. Actually, a pretty quick game last night as well. Shaddix, shallow pop-up, more like a fly ball going out to right, caught by Waldvogel to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Legends in the 4th. Nothing doing for them. We'll go to the 5th frame. Still a 4-3 game. Here in the fifth frame, as we were halfway home in San Mateo, Ray Hernandez still going strong. Blake Cohen's and now coming the game in substitution at catcher for Will Robbins. Alan Ramirez going to lead off the inning. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a fly out to left and a strikeout. Going to roll over that one foul. Goes over into the on-deck circle of the Seagulls. Ray Hernandez on the night only has 2 strikeouts to his name. So only giving up 3 runs, which is a bit of a rare sighting for him, the way that he's pitched this month. 1-1, bounced hard, foul. It's the 1-2 from Sway Ray. That one's lined hard out into the Seagulls bullpen. Everybody having to scurry away. Alan Ramirez was on that pitch. I feel like third time through the order for most of the Seagulls hitters, they're starting to get a little bit more familiarized with what Hernandez is going to deliver. Cowan's having to block that one in the dirt. Count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes, now even. Slider fouled off again by Ramirez, just barely. Yeah, the middle infield playing back and way back. Here comes the 2-2. Curveball rolled over to the shortstop, Beal. Gonna make a routine play and get the out at first. Miles Collinger, they come up to the dish now. Ray Hernandez, his pitch count reaching in the 70s so far. I'm sure he's going to try to go all the way, knowing that this is going to be it for him in a Legends uniform. On that one, his off the glove of Hernandez. Beal's going to still try to make a play, but the throw is a little bit too high. That ball was hit hard off the bat of Collinger, so it's going to be ruled an infield single. Now the Legends will have to set up for the double play. Ground ball to shortstop. Here's Jake Brewer, who's 1 for 2 on the game with an RBI. Oh, Hernandez making a close pickoff move play. Anderson almost had him with the tag. The move there, and even though Brewer didn't have the pitch come his direction, he showed bunt. So maybe the Seagulls might be trying to give away an out. Try to see if they can move Collinger over to second base. Does have a stolen base on the night. It looks like he's going to try to go for 2. That one gets underneath Cohen's to the backstop. Collinger able to get the base easily. So it kind of makes the job a little bit more easier for Jake Brewer. See, now it's the tying run and scoring position for San Francisco. Here's the 1-0. Collinger taking off again for third. Collins with a good throw, and he gets him. It's a great job there by Blake Collins from behind the dish. As Collinger got a little bit too greedy that time. And sometimes you know what happens to greed. Kind of gets you in the end. The Lord giveth and Blake Collins taketh away. It's a 2-0 ground ball hit over to Beal. He's going to get the throw on in time, the first to end the inning. So a solid inning for the Legends there, keeping the tying run from scoring. As the Seagulls have another scoreless inning to their name, as we'll now go to the bottom half of the fifth, see if the Legends can extend this lead. So you're tuned in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Sebastian Buller comes out for another inning of relief as Quincy Villa will come up to start the bottom half of the fifth. Still a 4-3 lead for Menlo Park.
And leading off for Menlo Legends, number 3, Quincy Villa.
There's Villa stepping back in. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a stolen base to his name, as well as also a run scored. Villa's been racking up the hits. Like he's producing beats. One fouled off, back to the netting. See what the Legends can do here in this inning. It's been awfully quiet for them. It's been a relatively low-scoring game as most of the scoring has occurred early on. Villa hitting a high chopper back up the middle, but we know that he has the speed to run those out. So he's going to get an infield single easily.
And now batting, number 77, James Bowes.
Yeah, Quincy Villa coming into tonight. He does have like a 256 batting average, but you know that 256 average is productive. There goes Villa, and Ethan Johnson's not even going to try to get him. Villa getting the stolen base easily, just using the wheels there. He's got Lewis Hamilton speed on the base path, folks. Maybe having Brad Pitt speed, as we know the F1 movie going to be coming out on Friday. James Bowes could do a job here. He is 1 for 2 on the game, already with an RBI to his name on a ground out, but he hit a double and came around to score. Yeah, they're hopping around. He's going to try. He thought about trying to go for third, but instead holds up. He's probably telling himself, I'm not trying to end up like Miles Collinger. Count 2-0 on Bose. Bose gets jammed, but it's popped up out to second, and it's going to be caught by Ramirez.
And now coming up to plate, number 25, over full, Will the Thrill Anderson.
So Will Anderson's going to try to see if he could get the job done here. One away. Come up with Villa still at second. Villa's going to go for third. And man, he got a good jump. Oh, and the throw is wide. Goes into left field, and this is going to have Villa coming to score. The throw coming from left is going to be late. Villa sliding in and using that speed to his advantage to extend the lead now 5-3. Quincy Villa just out there wreaking havoc on the bases. He's got the need for speed, folks, and I'm not talking about the video game. Account is 1-1 on Will Anderson. On foul tipped right in the glove, and you could just hear a strong pop. I see the count now 1-1 as we get confirmation from the umpire, David Lee. Now make that 1-2. As Bowler throwing the strike. One, two is popped up over on the third base side, foul territory. But running out of room there is Brewer, not able to get it. Count remains 1-2. See if Anderson can get on here. There is an arm warming up in the Legends bullpen, so Ray Hernandez's night might be coming to an end. It's a lefty arm out there. Here's the 1-2. It's Max Babbage warming up in the Legends bullpen at the moment. Could possibly be coming in relief. Still 1-2 on Anderson. Swung on a miss. It goes down for strike three. It's two gone now.
And now batting for your Menlo Park Legends, number 9, Dane Mose.
Dane Mose, who's reached base twice tonight via 2 walks. Owen runs in and like it almost hit Mose, but David Lee says no. Anyway, we did hear something, but we weren't sure if that was the jersey or the glove. Could have been both. Lee saying otherwise as Bowler delivers for ball 2. Count 2-0. Taking a big swing there. Got a loose ball from the bullpen. Back over there, you see Charlie Degler is coaching over at first base tonight. Degler, he played last night. 2-1, high and in, but it's going to be called a strike. Now the count is even on most. Two-two pitch is hit out in the center field, and not making a play there is Ramirez. He'll have to eat that one.
And now coming out to the plate.
That's going to be an infield single for Most as he hit the ball hard and deep in the hole.
32, Isaiah Landry.
So here's Ryan Davis coming back out again, and that could be it for Sebastian Buller as they're going to make a move to the bullpen. Maybe they're just trying to buy some time for the arm they have getting loose. And they're going to keep him in. Ryan Davis is going to give him the batter as Isaiah Landry is going to be the one to step in, see if he can try to extend the lead for the Legends, as there is a runner on first, so 2 out. Landry hit the RBI single back in the third inning to give the Legends the lead back. First pitch strike to Landry. It's going to be a future San Francisco Don, as Landry's going to be coming back home to the Bay after playing 2 seasons at Alabama State. Was actually scheduled to play in this year's HBCU Classic, but was taken off the invitee list after he transferred over. Most taken off. Landry hitting it out to second base. The throw is wide at first. It's Jackson Landry not able to make the play there, as both runners are going to move over. It's going to be an error.
Coming out to the plate, number 5, Blake Owens.
Now it's going to allow Blake Coens to try to pad on, as there's now runners at second and third, still 2 out. You have Most over at third, Landry at second for Blake Coens, who came in substitution for Will Robbins. Swings at the first pitch, hitting over into foul territory. Landry making a run for it, but not able to run it down and get it. It's popped up. Again, looks like it's going to be second baseman making the catch, and that's going to end the inning. A 1 run, as Villa was able to wreak havoc on the base paths to extend the lead for the Legends. Now they're up by 2. We're going to go to the 6th inning, 5-3, Legends in front. 5-3 for the Legends here in the top half of the sixth. Ben Koch's going to lead off the inning, pitch hitting in the spot for Derek Waldvogel. Oh, and first pitch from Max Babbage, who now comes in the game, relieving for Ray Hernandez. Ben Koch's going to wear it straight on the back. Now here's Ethan Johnson stepping back in. He hit a solo home run and walked in this game so far. Babbage missing for ball one there. The pitch runs just a little bit in for Babbage. Count now 2-0. Legends having to set up for the double play here, and it's like Ryan Davis is going to be making some substitutions here as we're already halfway through this game. Babbage missing for ball three. Count goes to 3-0. Ray Hernandez, who went 5 innings strong tonight. This is going to be his final outing on the summer, so definitely sad to see him go. But the 5 innings that he did pitch, he struck out 2 batters, only gave up 3 runs. It's Babbage, strike 2, so he gets the count back full on Johnson. It's hit hard. Oh, and a little bit too strong for Beal to handle. Tried to backhand it. It's going to roll out in the shallow left. It's going to be ruled a hit. That ball did come off hard off the bat of Johnson. It's his second hard hit ball on the game. So now here comes Ben Resnick stepping up. Runners at first and second. So they have the tying run on base now. Go ahead run at the plate. Ben Resnick pitch hitting in the spot for Matt Gavilan. There's a strike by Babbage. So he's showing bunt. Babbage is going to wave it off and try to make a move. A bit of a fake bunt as Resnick pulled it back, but he looks at strike 2. Max Babbage out of Downers Grove, Illinois. Going to school at Milwaukee School of Engineering. This is his 5th game pitched for the Legends in relief. Coming up with 3.37 ERA. Big swing and a miss. He gets Resnick going down on strikes. There's Jackson Landry. Came in substitution for Nav Sundar. So he'll get his first AB on the game. The pinch hitters are going to be plenty coming in. You see Carson Chavez waiting in the on-deck circle. He's going to be hitting in the DH spot for Tate Lewis. First pitch strike from Babbage to Landry. There have been 4 appearances so far on the season. Max Babbage did pick up a win in the Thursday win against the Seagulls. That 5-4 game where it ended on a sacrifice, a fly on a walk-off from Dane Most. On Babbage gets booked with the balk. Koch's going to advance to third. That allows Johnson to advance to second. as Max Babbage didn't come set in trying to make the pickoff attempt. That advances the tying run in scoring position. So Jackson Landry going to have to do a job here. Babbage missing just a little bit outside with that one. Count at 1-1. In these 4 appearances in relief, Babbage has pitched 8 innings and struck out 8 batters. Two and 1 the count. Babbage missing again outside for ball 3. Count is at 3-1. The corner fielders playing in, trying to prevent that run. There's the 3-1 pitch. A breaking pitch. Oh, it's a strike, too. Late call from David Lee. Jackson Landry will return back into the batter's box with the count full now. Babbage will deliver with the payoff, see who wins the duel. And he misses for ball 4. Landry draws the walk to load the bases up. It's Carson Chavez coming in the pinch hit for Tate Lewis.
Number 30, Chavez.
Carson Chavez in a big spot with the bases juice. Now has the go-ahead run on base here with 1 out. The Legends going to try to set up for the double play ball if they can. That one just hits Chavez and barely moved out there. That's going to allow Ben Koch to score from third. So that hit by pitch now makes it a 1-run game. Now that's going to set the table up for Jalen Hodges, who came in substitution for Thomas Moore. The first pitch strike from Babbage. Jalen Hodges. Bases loaded for Hodges for the kid out of Cal State East Bay coming by way of Sacramento. Babbage missing again outside. He's throwing a mix of, sliders and changeups and fastballs. Count is 1-1. Try to put one on the ground here. He's going to hit the corner for strike 2. One-two pitch. Fly it out to right. Trying to play back for it. And making the catch out there is Degler. That's going to be enough to tag up the runner as Ethan Johnson coming in to score to tie the game up on the sac fly from Jalen Hodges. All right, get another substitution here as Finn Whalen. It's going to be pinch hitting in the spot for Alan Ramirez. And I did hear Ryan Davis say that he was going to be making a lot of substitutions halfway through the game. And now with the game tied, you can see the Seagulls trying to make some noise here. 2 runs have came across the score. Runners are at first and third. 0-1 to Whalen. Swing and a miss. Max Babbage throwing a good pitch there, keeping him off balance. And he got him. Max Babbage Striking out Whalen to stop the bleeding, but the Seagulls do tie the game on one hit. As we're going to take it to the bottom of the sixth, 5-5 here in San Mateo. Tie game here in the bottom of the sixth as Austin Rabaga will be pinch hitting here. And so I give you a reminder, today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today. It's the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kip Sports Cards, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kip's in downtown Los Altos and tell them the legend sent you. Here's Austin Rabago pitch hitting in the spot for Deuce Filter. Legends trying to get the lead back after the Seagulls tied it up, scoring 2 runs in the top half of the sixth. Now a new pitcher on the mound for the Seagulls as Lincoln Juarez now comes into the game. Third pitcher on the night that Ryan Davis is putting out there. So he's going to be an incoming redshirt senior at Cumberland University, an NAIA school. Comes out of San Jose, where he went to high school at Willow Glen. Ground ball over to Hodges and thrown on the first in time for out number 1.
Now batting, number 7, Tucker Beal.
He's going to leave it up to Tucker Beal here, see if he can try to get something going. He's 1 for 2 on the night with a 2 RBI triple that he hit back in the second inning. Now, Lincoln Juarez, before he went to Cumberland, he also pitched at West Valley College. Every time at West Valley, he was more of a reliever. He was in a relief role a lot. Or in 2022, he made 17 relief appearances and logged 19 1/3 innings pitched. Beal swinging at the 0-1. That was a breaking pitch from Juarez for strike 2. In 2024, Morris did have a winning record going 6-2 with 3 saves and 50 innings pitched. That pitching 23 games with 6 starts. And this was after he took a redshirt year. One, two for Morris. Beal hitting it hard on the ground to short. Deep in the hole is Hodges, making a long throw, but he's able to get it there in time for the second 6-3 putout of the inning. Here's Gavin Shaddix, who is trying to turn this night around. He's 0 for 3. He's not wasting any time up there. He squeezes that ball out in the center field on the first pitch for a single.
Now, coming out to the plate for your Menlo Park Legends, number 3, Quincy Villa.
And Quincy Villa try to see if he can move over Shaddix as he has 2 hits on the night, going 2 for 3 with 3 stolen bases to his name as well, continuing to rack him up. And Quincy Villa's been treating the base paths like it's Ocean's 11. Shows bunt, but pulls back. Misses for ball 1. Runner takes off, and Shax is going to get in there safely with a stolen base of his own. Now that puts him in scoring position. That pitch was a strike. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike on Villa. The 1-1. If foul tipped at that one, counts now at 1-2. Try to avoid the strikeout here if you can. Villa makes contact, but grounds it over to Hodges, and it's going to be another 6-3 put out to end the inning. So all the 3 outs in the inning are recorded over at shortstop. The Legends leave a runner on base on 1 hit. Can't break the deadlock as we're going to go to the 7th. Still a 5-5 game here in San Mateo as you're tuning to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends Live Stream Network. Five tie here in the top of the 7th. Just to inform you on a recent substitution that's been made. Charlie Deckler is in the game now playing right field, coming in substitution for Isaiah Landry. Collinger is going to lead off the inning here for the Seagulls. Max Babbage still in there for his second inning of work. Collinger's fouling off the first pitch he sees. New to line score here tonight. Seagulls 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. The Legends 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Another one fouled over on the third base side. Count now at 0-2. Babbage way ahead in the count here and get Collinger at the plate. 0-2 just a little bit inside. Not a bad pitch for Babbage to throw. Not close to hitting the 2-hour mark. That one's lined out the short. Tucker Beal reaches out and grabs it. Great play there by the JUCO Gold Glover. You see we're getting some approval from the Legends dugout on that play. Tucker Beal preventing a hit. Jake Brewer will now come up. He is 1 for 3 on the night. Was single but does have an RBI. And Babbage with a breaking pitch that time. Well, kind of a little bit of off-speed movement on there. Gets in there for strike one. Hard hit ground ball. Oh, could this be another Web Gym? Yes, sir. James Bose making a diving play there at the hot corner and a nice throw over to first for out number 2. James Bose was also a Glover in his JUCO days as well at West Valley. So the Legends infield on defense is looking like Fort Knox. Now Ben Koch will come up onto the plate here. 1-0 hits the corner. Pitch in a similar spot. Go Koch down to count 1-2. Babbage going to try to go for a strikeout here.
Everybody clap your hands.
Babbage going to try to come back with the 2-2. Looks in the Koch and delivers. On David Lee, does not give him the strike call that time. It goes to 3-2. Wow, and that was questionable from our angle. Babbage will deliver with the payoff now. That one's fouled off just barely by Koch. Looked like he kind of overextended his arm there on that swing. He's going to stay in there, continue to fight, see if he could go for a walk or a knock. Babbage back into the stretch. That one's hit back to the mound. Return to sender. Babbage with the toss over to first. And that's going to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Seagulls. Stays a tie game as it's stretch time here in San Mateo. Getting ready for the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th here. So James Bose will now step up to the plate. Still a tie ball game. Legends trying to break the deadlock as the Seagulls weren't able to get anything going in their top half. There's a first pitch strike coming from Lincoln Juarez, who stays in the game. It's missed low and outside. Ball 1. James Bose on the night. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Came around and scored. Looking to do more here, trying to make some noise. It's that one out to right center. And it's going to go all the way to the wall. James Bose is going to get on his horse here. He's going to round second, head on into third. The throw there is going to be late. How about that? Noisy boy making some noise here in the bottom of the 7th. Great way to start. So that's going to set the table up for Will Anderson, who's trying to turn his night around. He's 0 for 3. He's definitely got to come through with a big hit, see if he can try to put the Legends back in front. Now you see the infield having to play in. Anderson swinging and missing at that one. Trying to see if he could make some contact here. He's going to have to make solid contact. Let's see if he could poke it down to the outfield. The 0-1 from Juarez. Foul tipped in the glove. Popped it up. Anderson staying with the count at 0-2. Juarez coming to the stretch. He delivers. That one's smacked to right. What is going to be enough for Whalen to make the catch out there. Koch to make the catch as Bose comes in to score on the sac fly. And that puts the Legends back in front. 6-5 to score. Will Anderson able to do a job there. Now Dane Mose going to step up. He has reached base every time that he has come up to the plate here. Maybe we could try to make it a 4th time. Now pop up the first pitch as it's going to go out of play. After the Legends scored in the first inning, Seagulls came back to score 2 on the solo home run from Ethan Johnson. Was also getting a run in as well on an error. Run went unearned, but the Legends got the lead back in the bottom half of the 2nd thanks to a 2-run triple from Tucker Beal. Then Seagulls and the Legends went 1 run apiece in the 3rd. The Legends able to get 1 in the 5th, and then the Seagulls put up 2 in the top half of the 6th. And now Legends getting the lead back 6-5 with a run of their own here in the bottom of the 7th. There's a 1-1 pitch in there for a strike 2. Oh, swinging and missing at that pitch from Juarez.
Now batting number 4.
There's 2 gone for Charlie Degler. Degler's going to come up to hit. He came in substitution for Isaiah Landry. Degler early in the game was coaching over at first base, so now there's no first base coach to be found for the Legends. But hey, that's summer ball. Degler hitting it hard on the first pitch out the center. Well, it's going to be caught out there by Resnick to end the inning. But the Legends do end up getting the lead back thanks to the sac fly from Will Anderson. So it's 6-5 going into the 8th. Legends trying to wrap this one up. 2 more innings left to play. Hey, want to follow all things Legends? Check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends baseball. Follow us on Instagram. Catch all the college action at Legends_collegiate and get a behind-the-scenes look at our legendary youth camp program at Legends Baseball Camps. All one word. Max Babbage out for the 8th inning. Legends able to get the lead back 6-5. Ethan Johnson coming to the plate here. He is 2 for 2 on the night with a home run and a single. Now the count's even on him, 1-1. Getting in there for strike 2. Good pitch from the lefty, Babbage. Swung on to miss. Ethan Johnson going down. Strike 3. There comes Ben Resnick now, who entered the game as substitution for Matt Gavlin. Well, the Legends trying to pick up their second straight win against the Seagulls, as they will have an off day tomorrow to get ready for Sonoma on Friday evening. They're going to come back home on Saturday to play the Seagulls once again. So far, they have had their number in this season series on the summer. That pitch is missed, or a ball. Count is 1-1. Was it hard at short, but caught there by Beal. Two away. 2 quick outs for the Legends. Max Landry's going to come up. So today being June 25th, Legends will be seeing both the Seagulls and the Stompers in the next 6 days, as the next time they'll have a different opponent will be on July 2nd when they play the Crawdads. First place team, or no, actually now the second place team in the CCL North, as the Alameda Merchants have taken over first place with their win streak that they're currently on. Next time that the Legends will see the Merchants again will be on July 3rd. So got a 4th of July Eve for you. As Quincy Villa having to play that one off the wall. That ball was hit hard off the bat of Landry. So he's going to park it at second with a 2-out double. And now the tying run is in the scoring position here. That's going to have Carson Chavez come up, try to see if he can tie the game up for the Seagulls once again. It's been one of those seesaw games here tonight. And you got many changes coming from Ryan Davis, making some of his bench guys come in halfway through the game. Nick Senzeri making a few tweaks to his lineup on defense. Ball is on the hitting side. It's Max Babbage delivering a first pitch ball to Chavez. Chavez, who came in the pinch hit for Tate Lewis in the DH spot. Landry not a big lead over there at second. Babbage does take a look. Now a double take. He's going to deliver home with a strike. Man, Babbage has been pounding the zone here tonight. Comes to 1-1. That one's popped up on the first base side. Anderson trying to run that one down. And he's going to be just late to the ball as it bounced in front of him. It's going to be strike two. Babbage has a chance to strike out Chavez, trying to leave a runner on. Oh, that one runs just a little bit low and in. Count even at 2-2 here. Babbage trying to look for strikeout number 4. And missed outside. Now the count goes full. Babbage with the payoff. That one is hit out the left center, but going to stay high enough as Villa calling off Shaddix to make the catch to end the inning. The runner left on, but nothing doing for the Seagulls in the top half of the 8th. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, still 6-5 Legends. Yeah, the game just started.
Number 5, Blake Cohen's.
Cohen's, Rabago, and Beal due up here. As it's the bottom three coming up for the Legends in the bottom of the eighth. They're trying to look for some insurance. So they continue to hold the lead 6-5, trying to go for their second straight win against the Seagulls and trying to go for their fifth straight win here at home. Lincoln Juarez still in the game for San Francisco as he's going to deliver a first pitch strike to Cohen's. Cohen's is 0 for 1 after coming in substitution for Will Robbins. Another strike there by Juarez. You can hear the awes coming from the Legends dugout. It's been, even with how the score has been, it gives the vibe of being a very relaxed game tonight. I don't know why, but it just feels that way. Juarez missing the outside part for ball one. Well, if the Legends can hold on to this lead, it will put them back to 500 in the California Collegiate League. Cohen's gets some lift on that one out to left field, but it's going to stay up high enough for Collinger to make the catch.
Now batting number 18, Austin Rabago.
So Austin Rabago will come up to the dish for the second time tonight. Ground out to the shortstop, Jalen Hodges. And Rabago's decision on where he'll be transferring next is still TBD, as he is in the portal. If you ask me, he could be moving up a level, playing at the Division III level at Hendrix College. He'll be suitable at a good D2 school. Maybe even a D1. Missed in. Count at 1 ball and 1 strike for Rabago. Hard fastball there out the hands of Juarez. Rago just barely gets it off the end of the bat there, staying alive. There's nobody up in the Legends bullpen, so it doesn't look like anybody's going to come out for the ninth to relieve Babbage. I just think Babbage is probably going to go all the way to close this game out. They have Zach Vasquez throwing some warm-up tosses over there. Juarez getting Rabago down swinging.
Coming up to bat, number 7, the kid from Akron.
Well, Tucker Beal going to step in for the 4th time tonight. He is 1 for 3 on the game. Hit that 2-run triple all the way back in the 2nd inning, which feels like an eternity ago. Swings at the first pitch but fouls it. So if Beal does reach base, that'll give Shaddix his 5th at-bat of the game. That one misses a little bit off the corner. 1-1. Juarez going to set up for the 1-1 pitch. on Beal, hitting a sharp line drive out the left, but it's going to be caught again by Collinger to end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Legends at the plate, but their main opportunity and their main objective is to close out the game as we're now in the ninth inning, folks. We have made it. Legends 3 outs away from getting their second win against the Seagulls. We're at the top of the ninth. Legends up 6-5. Max Babbage trying to shut the door on the Seagulls for the second game in a row. Jalen Hodges will lead things off. Max Babbage, who came into relief for Ray Hernandez, has definitely been doing his job out there on the mound. Got missed for ball 1 outside. It's fouled by Hodges. Count at 1-1. Max Babbage can hold on to this lead. It will give Ray Hernandez the win, as Ray Hernandez pitched his last game with the Legends on the summer, so he'll be heading back home to Utah. He's missed 2-1. Yeah, for Ray Hernandez, allow him to go 2-0 with the win-loss record and 3 starts with the Legends. Just outside for ball 3, so Matt Babbage falling behind against Hodges. The fly ball out to right, going to be playable for Deckler. He will make the catch. Can of corn for him for out number 1. Wind's starting to push a little bit here. Starting to get chilly as we were getting late into the evening. Finn Whalen is going to now come up. Again, we'll have the day off tomorrow for the Legends, as they'll hit the road to go to Sonoma on Friday night, but they will be back here Saturday afternoon, a 1 o'clock start. Make sure to tune in for that here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. So we'll be bringing you coverage of that game as they'll be taking on the Seagulls for the final time this week. Ground ball hit over to Rabago. He's going to play it smoothly, throw on the first in time for out number 2. Well, now the Seagulls are down to their last hope, and Miles Collinger. Miles Collinger on the night. He's gone 1 for 3 with a single, and even also has 2 stolen bases to his name. He did come around to score 1 time. Babbage throwing the first pitch ball to him, hitting the outside corner. Babbage trying to put a bow on this game. Here comes the 0-1. Missed outside. Count at 1-1. 1-1 hitting the corner again. Babbage 1 strike away from sealing the deal here. Babbage going to look in for the 1-2 pitch. Try to wrap this thing up. Miles Collinger trying to look to protect. Here it comes. On the ground over to short. Beal playing deep in the hole, but he's going to throw a strike over to first to end the ball game. So you could put another Legends W in the books, folks, as they hold on and win a one-run game over the Seagulls, 6-5, as Max Babbage coming in relief, having a solid relief outing here to help give Ray Hernandez his second win on the season. A solid W by the Legends as they came through to able to score that one run in the bottom of the seventh to get back in the lead. That was thanks to the Will Anderson sacrifice fly. He's able to get an RBI. May have not gone 4 for 4, but he did have a quality at bat to get the Legends win in the late innings. But for the Legends, they'll have a nice day off tomorrow. Then they'll head back to Sonoma on Friday night to see if they could try to get one back against a team that has had their number so far this summer in the Stompers. And for the Seagulls, they fall to now 4-14 on the season as Ryan Davis trying to get his squad out of this slump that they have been in. As it's kind of just been that kind of season for them. They're going to hope to try to bounce back on their season. As for them, after dropping 2 straight against the Legends this week early on, they'll be heading out to Walnut Creek to take on the Crawdads. That game will be tomorrow evening. We're going to sign off here in San Mateo as it was another great night of baseball, another great 2 days of Legends baseball, grabbing their second straight win against the Seagulls, as the final line score will go like this. The Seagulls scoring 5 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. The Legends scoring 6 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. But that's going to wrap things up here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network for tonight's coverage of Menlo Park Legends baseball. Thank you again for tuning in. Legends win it 6-5. They have gone 2 in a row and won their 5th straight game here at home. As this is Philip Hall signing off, saying so long and good night from San Mateo. We'll see you on Saturday.